What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot, and I want to pose this question to everybody. Now, I know right now we are in a recession. I know a few months ago Hasbro said, they wanted to, seem like they care, have, they're, because they got a new CEO and all that stuff like that. But I got to ask you this question. I want you to look at the toy on the right and look at the toy on the left. And you tell me which one is supposed to be $72. Please leave your comment down below whether you think which one is $72. Now, we'll wait a few moments and we'll do some fake Jeopardy music. Ring, 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 ring. Oh, we give it away. Yes. If you're looking at the toy on the right, you're right. And how it would look on your screen, you would be correct. That one is $72. The one on the left is the Sentai version from Q Ranger. The one on the left, much sturdier plastic. I mean sturdier plastic. This is before they went with lighter plastic, because now Bandai is also doing a more articulated Sentai Mecha. Remember, they're not called Megazords in Japan. They are, but that's only because they were trying to shop Go Busters 10 years before it got adapted. But if you look closely at the one on the left, you can see how it has a shine. There's a glisten. You can see it's like opaque a little and see-through. Now there's a design on the mecha. So the mecha connect to those little cube-looking things, or globe-looking things. Those are Qtamas. And the red one, his is in the middle, but he has lights that are attached at the attachment points. And when you put the Qtamas in along with the appropriate mecha, they light up. And the mecha also has a game on it. I can't really understand it, but it also has a game on it. So it's a lot of fun factor playing with it. Yeah, they know they knew it was ugly. They know it's just a brick. But it is a fun brick when you see it all light up and makes the sounds and say to change, and say to talking. You gotta watch the show. And we don't know what the show is going to be like in America, because we haven't seen any. I haven't seen any yet of the adaptation clips of Cosmic Fury. But what I can tell you is they do change with the Qtama, and the Qtama also works with the Morpher if you have the Japanese version from the Sentai series. Don't know what they're going to do for America, because with this series, for the American version, they are using the same port system that they used for Dino Fury, which, the theme of that from Ryo Soldier was Lego builder blocks. All right. But to be fair, Dino Fury was amazing. I was tempted to buy some of them if it wasn't for the fact that I could get the Sentai versions for cheap, and I prefer the Sentai versions. But judging from the fans and stuff like that, and from people that I know, they said Dino Fury was, a breath of fresh air. And I agree with them compared to, I think, the other series before that, which is the adaptation of Go Busters, where I didn't like any of that stuff. And I have the originals. Well, most of them. But I do have, like I said, 60% of the series of the Japanese version. I have no intention of buying the American version. But in the lieu of a recession, $72 for something that isn't worth $72 at all is sad. We're going to look at the packaging and then we're going to discuss. So basically, this is the packaging. And it does look nice, nice little, drawn. And it's got the Zord Link system. Basically, again, they'll link with your Dino Fury toys. The representation of the figure looks like the original, but the Qtamas are opaque, and I don't know if they might spin, but they just look very cheap, like cheap marbles. And like I said, you can see the vehicles and everything, and then of course you get the extra Qtamas that can form feet, because the Red Lion can form its own little mini Megazord. So there's some playability there, but it's still not $72 compared to what Bandai of America did. And this is where you can make the Red Lion just a single robot, which never happened in the original series, so I don't know what they're going to do. And then here's the packaging here, and they show you the different things. So they kind of borrow from the Thunder Megazord as far as giving you that gray piece of plastic that's not with the original. So I just feel like Hasbro is just being way too greedy and probably want to kill the franchise. I mean, let's face it, even in Japan, Sentai is not the bee's knees. It's just a staple. And I think with America, you know, the climate change, kids outgrowing it. You know, it used to be where kids go outside and play. And even in the 90s, we were in the beginnings of most people having a home computer and the internet. But kids would still go outside. They would go outside and act like, you know, they're Power Rangers. Well, I'm the Red Ranger today. I'm the Black. They were still playing outside. But nowadays, not so much. So that whole excitement has lost its luster. How can you attract the average kid that is not attracted to this type of stuff anymore? It's kind of outdated. And, you know, even though in Japan they're still doing the same sentiment, there's a different fan base for Sentai versus how it is for Power Rangers. And that's a big deal. But for America, Power Rangers has just been disconnected since Bandai of America left off the contract for making the toys. And I don't blame them. Without a show, you really can't do anything. And waiting 2 years for a show that is only a year old when it used to last a year, where we had 1 year of Sentai and then the next year the Sentai version of the show would be sent over as the, you know, the next season for the Power Rangers. We knew what was coming out if you were familiar with the Sentai version. That matters. The thing that matters is the price of this thing is just plain out of this world. It should not be $72. I guarantee you that thing does not even feel like $72. And Hasbro, in the lieu of a recession with people not having money and kids are going to be attracted to this, I really think that's just despicable how you charge that price. It's Super Robot Ed, bringing you more news and reviews. Until then, we'll see you soon.